for anyone else, is there any other like things they want to say kind of around the fire during this rest, or any other
Well,
like scenes, things of that nature that because I would like to emphasize the clearing you're at does very much look around similar to the art. There is every now and again a wisp that kind of appears before you there, then it just kind of darts away. Zecca, it certainly looks a lot like Milosh. I emphasized that before, and then every now and again you'll
mhm,
see a creature with like those red eyes like pop open,
hmm.
those and then move away. But things are like vibrant and while a little like mystical, undeniably beautiful as you just see like the different like the fungus and the mushrooms that grow along the trees have this like very beautiful incandescence as they kind of glow this kind of faint like pinkish red with some parts more like blue as the kind of arcane nature of the water around them or the spirits.
Could I actually? I'm gonna talk to Milos real quick. Be like, hey, Milos. Oh God, I forgot that your voice is so annoying. Um, could you You seem like. Have you noticed that like a lot of these guys seem really like similar to you? Do you want to go like I don't know, like chat with them or see if you can chat with them? Or maybe like
You will remember it is a goat spirit.
well, I was kind of thinking maybe. All right, I guess that's
I mean
fair.
more as far as it talking back. Like you can ask it to do anything and do all that, but like unless you like I would allow like a speak with animals to work in this instance, for example.
All right, can I? I actually do clerics get speak with animals? I don't even know if we do. Hang on. Are you googling it? I'm
Yes,
googling
sir.
it.
Bard, druid, and ranger. Unfortunately not.
Me. Can't I telepathically communicate with my familiar? Hang on.
Pull up find familiar. If you can, then yes, but I don't know that spell.
I'm pretty sure you
Yeah,
can.
let's take a
Yeah.
look.
You can?
Appearing.
Oh, you can. Then as it taught you
Yeah.
talk to it out loud, you're like, wait, what am I doing? Milosh.
And then in my head, I'm like, Milos, my best friend, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Zecca, how are you?
Oh, you just have like a. Anyway.
My voice kind of takes a. I still am a goat at the end of the day, so my voice kind of is a reflection of whatever you think my voice should be.
Milos, we've been over this. You are a sheep. I know you think goats are like really attractive for some reason, but you are a sheep.
Have you seen their rams?
I am a human.
Dodge
Well,
rams.
human. Anyway, how are you? How are you doing? I feel like we don't get to talk enough.
I'm doing all right. Still kind of have never gotten over the shock of having my corporeal body ripped from me and my soul kind of suspended in this way. But on a balance of things, this is pretty good. I miss food.
That's valid. And what we're on the journey to fix that right now. And I was gonna see, have you noticed how like a lot of these creatures around us kind of look a lot like you?
I wonder if I could eat them.
What? No, that's cannibalism. Come on.
Okay, fine. I refuse to eat them out of respect for our friendship of these last few years.
Well, if that's what it takes, I guess I'm okay with that.
He still begins to float that way though.
Milos,
All right. It probably wouldn't taste like grass anyway. Fuck, I could kill some grass right now. With some morning dew in it.
Tendencies from you. Jesus Christ. I thought I was violent. I said maybe I get my violent tendencies from you. Jesus Christ.
I'm a pale reflection of your true self.
Oh, that's right. Our souls got intertwined and like, yeah. Anyway.
Seriously, though, the first thing I do when I get my body back, I'm gonna munch on some grass with dew. It's gonna be great.
Well, Artek was just talking to some grass over there, so maybe if they're like sentient, they taste better.
Wait, grass can talk?
Apparently.
You see his lack of eyes widen.
In joy or fear?
You're not sure.
Oh boy. Oh, my sweet little murder goat. Sheep, fuck. Anyway, do you want to go, like, try and talk to these, wisps? that seem to have wills.
Ooh, that one loves Magic the Gathering. We'll have a lot to talk about. Starts floating over.
All right, I wait.
They kind
Like
of
a,
they kind of bobble at one another for a little bit. You can't hear obviously whatever they're communicating.
is it like Navi from Ocarina of Time, like bobbing up and down whenever it talks to Link?
Listen.
A little bit actually, yes. After a little while, they Milos floats back.
What'd you find out? Did you find out anything?
They're very curious about us. They just kind of keep watching. They haven't had people this they haven't had no one. They haven't had people like you and us this deep for a while. They also were wondering why I was following you, and it's talked about forming a union.
A union? Wait, what's that?
I don't know. I didn't listen.
Oh, well, okay. Are they hungry? We could give them some food or something.
Well, I think they're like me. If they kind of don't need food, they kind of subsist on the natural energies around them. I was saying on the grass comment. I'm sorry. I did ask, but I did not pay close attention. Wait, so they talk. The grass talks. Okay.
Yes, I think under very specific circumstances, but yes, it does talk. So, okay, so that's interesting. Ask them if they want anything, and tell them that we would like to be their friends.
Sure.
Maybe if you don't mind, my sweet and lovely Milo.
He kind of brushes against you in a friendly way.
Okay, good. He shoulder checks me.
Punk, back up.
I think they just want something interesting to remember us by. They didn't say anything, and I'm not entirely sure if they or I have a concept of ownership.
This is very interesting. Hey, Byron. Hey, Byron. I kick Byron.
They asked me.
Fuck, what the? What do you want, Zecca?
Hey, Byron. Milos has been talking to these will-o'-the-wisps over here, and
Let me guess, they want to unionize.
What? They did say that. How did you? Anyway.
Look, man, you be in enough guilds, you start to hear a lot of the talk about that. Let's just continue.
Byron's a fucking anti-socialist to his core. He's hard capitalism, baby.
God damn. No, but they were saying how they wanted something interesting to remember and stuff. Because they can't eat food. I don't know, but I feel like it would be a good idea to kind of like ingratiate ourselves with them, you know?
I mean, what's sort of interesting, because right now, Byron opens up his bag, goes, where the fuck are my cards? I'm not gonna bother with that. He's gonna reach in and pull out a, he's gonna pull out a rubber and go, this is interesting.
Jesus Christ. No, like, don't you, like, sing songs and tell stories? Like, this is, like, our whole fucking thing.
Yeah, but that's not, like, something, like, solid to give them.
They said something to remember us by. So, like, sing them a song about, like, how cool the forest is. Byron, you gotta be kidding me. I've heard you sing. You sing in your sleep entire songs I've never heard before. You make up songs in your sleep.
I don't sing, usually. I tell stories. I'm tone deaf, unfortunately.
Okay, then tell them a fucking story.
I could tell the story of Charlie the Lonesome Cougar, though they might not like the fact that it's, kind of a... They'd probably view it as, civilization, oh, fuck.
They start gathering around Byron.
Propaganda.
I'm starting to lose faith in you, Byron. I might go ask someone else.
You fucking kicked me awake.
Yes, and listen. Do you want to tell them a story or not?
Sure. Give me a second.
Okay, and Milos can translate for you.
I'll tell them the story of James and the giant peach.
Okay. Just make a performance check, I guess.
All right, so once there was a kid, his name was James, and he really liked peaches.
Okay, yeah,
So we found a big one.
now.
So he found a real fucking big one.
You have disadvantage.
Well, as he starts to break it off,
Yeah.
though, he does start to do like little minor illusions to like do shit with it.
Okay,
And he goes, actually,
fine.
you know what?
Don't
No, he pulls out all his toothpicks and he goes, "All right, I think I can do this." And then he will cast animate objects
Ooh!
Ooh,
to have
okay.
the toothpicks then begin to come together and form each of the characters as he tells the story and have them perform the actions.
I love that
Okay,
movie,
that's pretty
Kubo and the
fucking cool.
Toothpicks.
Yeah.
He just slowly kind of brushes the sleep off and really starts to perform the story.
Okay. As you go around, and as you kind of, I'm not gonna lie, you lose a few of the wisps at the beginning. Maybe it's a bit of pride that actually motivates you as you realize you're losing an audience of amorphous spirits, and that is just a blow. But you begin to kind of try a little harder, and you kind of kick it more so into gear. They seem to kind of just gravitate around and circle around you. A few of them actually kind of. It's almost like they're playing as they kind of like embody where you are, like puppeteering effectively the toothpicks. So like if you make one like walk around, they'll like spirit limbs will move around to kind of fill the space, and they'll like try to like almost like animate it. It seems it's hard to tell because they don't speak, but they're more amused by the actual act of the puppeteering than they are really comprehending anything of the story. You eventually do realize this with your 26 and can just kind of give up on the story, but begin to kind of like puppeteer and have more fun with the actual like physical act, which they seem very engaged by.
I'll have some like start to dance around with each other, some pretend to sword fight and things like that. Just various different activities.
They definitely like more and more of the wisps kind of gather around and kind of begin to do that. You actually see it becomes this almost like strange. It almost looks like you're kind of puppeteering the spirits themselves as they are just very fluidly moving to the motion. It's just in a very strange way beautiful, but like very uncanny with kind of how it has started. Especially
Whoa.
when this is done in absolute silence, save for the natural music of the natural sounds of the forest.
Byron, this is really cool. I really like this.
Thanks. Also in a fight, I can make these toothpicks attack things, which is really cool too. So it's
That
both
is
like
pretty
art
cool.
and warfare. The best of both worlds.
That's like, wow, you're making me like it even more. But we should hang out more. You're pretty cool.
Except for the last time I hung out with you, I think I talked about different ways to decapitate people. I realized I was like, not something to talk about with a child.
No, I really like that about you, actually. That's like one of the things that made me like you initially.
That's a problem.
What do you mean?
Look, you're 14. You shouldn't be like having fantasies about, decapitating people. You should be having fantasies other girls or boys, whatever.
Byron.
With goat legs or without,
You've witnessed me bifurcate the goblin.
I
watched
know.
me bifurcate the goblin.
I
Like,
know.
slowly.
Yes, I know it viscerally. It's
The
just,
wisps are now engaged by this conversation.
like you should.
You see one wisp actually, as you guys talk about it, kind of sit there, and another one kind of mimic the image of a saw blade and slowly pass throughout that, while the one with like intentionally divides itself and then rejoins.
See, this guy gets it.
I understand, but Zecca, you're 14. You should not be this how do I put this? Bloodthirsty.
Alright, super cool. Why am I traveling with you guys? You're the most bloodthirsty people I've ever met, and that's why I like you.
Yes, but I didn't start becoming bloodthirsty until I was 18.
Okay, you want me to leave then? I can just leave.
No. I just want you to recognize that there are issues with craving violence so much.
Why? Give me one good reason.
So, you know society. The one that we all live in.
Uh-huh.
Live it.
Listen, I'm listening. I'm ready to be receptive. I'm just like, give me a good reason.
In general, if you're living in a city with people,
Uh-huh.
it is frowned upon to just solve all of your issues with magical saw blades bifurcating things.
Right, in a city, but we're not in a city, right?
Zecca, where do you plan on going once this journey ends? Or do you plan on
Oh,
dying on this journey?
I'm planning on doing this for the rest of my fucking life. I love this. Adventuring is like the most fun I've ever had, period.
You do
All
realize
person
you're going to get old. You're not going to be able to adventure like you used to. What are you going to do
then
then?
Then I'll open up a bakery shop, I'll find another young 14-year-old, and I'll teach him to do exactly what I did.
And continue the cycle of violence. Wonderful. Oh, fuck.
This is a
Correct.
different
That-
level
that
of
is
grooming,
correct. That
but
is my
it's
current
still
plan.
grooming.
It's your problem.
I'm violence grooming. Don't flip that.
You know what? Maybe I'm not the one to talk to you about this. You know, I'm like a walking pile of bad decisions.
Yeah, didn't you like almost kill a god?
Well, I was almost killed by one.
Right. So and like, look.
Also
look
made
here,
a deal
right?
with one.
Right, which was a very hugely irresponsible decision, and no one should do that, right? And here
Yes.
you are. You're
I
super
know.
powerful and cool and badass. Look at you're making toothpicks dance with like fairies right now. It's pretty
Here's
cool.
the thing, though.
And
I
all
didn't get
because
that
you made
power.
a bad decision, quote unquote. I'm making a bad decision, quote unquote, every day, and I'm getting hella strong and very cool. So I think I'm doing the right thing.
Here's the second, but also my bad decisions put my friends in danger. And I don't want to put my friends in danger. Yeah. How many times have I almost black holed you guys? Once. That's one time too many.
Right.
And you know what caused me to do that?
Calculated risk.
It was
Calculated
fear
violence.
from the repercussions of my bad actions.
Well, I didn't like when Sunny died, so like that gave me a little bit of cause for like pause. Cause for pause. Ah.
See? Exactly. We need to cherish
Yeah.
life and not just be like, you slighted me,
Yeah.
I end you, you know?
Yeah. No, we should have killed him faster, because then he wouldn't have killed Sunny.
I can't argue with that logic.
I feel as though this debate continues into the night.
Ad infinitum.
And as this debate continues, with neither side quite reaching a resolution, we fade to black as we're going to take our break.
There we go.